Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Water and Wine, Confessions with Fat Jesus. Today I've got my mate Neil Owen, who's head coach of Infinity Martial Arts, which is my home team. Back here after about a month in Europe for me, 2 months in Europe for Neil. We just returned from the Euros, and one thing that I noticed, mate, is when they're going for passing the guard, it seems to take, especially in the black belt divisions, the higher divisions. Seems to take them sometimes better part 3-4 minutes to be passing that guard. Yet when I'm back in training and at any club in the world, really, it seems to only sort of take 30 seconds a minute. So it seems, to draw out a lot longer in the competition. What do you think that is? Do you think that's a slippery of mats, or do you think it's an attitude? Or
yeah, look, I mean, probably like everything. I don't think it's just one thing in particular. I think it's an accumulation of a lot of things. I mean, obviously the standards are not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As in, they're the creme de la creme, the best guys. But I think also, but that works both ways, the creme de la creme of passing as well as playing guard.
Do you think they're closer in skill level than what you would find on average in training? In training, you might have one guy at this level, another guy at this level, whereas in the competition it's more even.
For sure. And look, there's a variable that you can never really account for, and that's the nerves. It's one of the things I tell all my students that's great about competing is it actually lets you know how you're going to react in a fight-like scenario, fight or flight. So when somebody's passing your guard in training, it's not such a big deal. But when they're passing your guard in competition, it's kind of like you've spat on their mom and they're going to beat you up. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you're scared now. You want to fight for your life.
So you think they're sort of more tenacious, like going at it a bit?
Yeah,
harder?
Definitely, a lot more tenacious. And one of my old coaches always used to say, look, if you want to be a good competitor, you've got to train how you're going to compete. You know what I mean? You only get good by going hard, like fast. So, I mean, there's a time and a place for that in all clubs there.
How do you think, for me personally, I know when I'm training, I struggle with that a little bit, as in, I know that sometimes I give up, and I as in give up and let them pass. I'm not sure what's happening in my brain if I'm sort of, I'm thinking they're so far around that it's going to be hard to get my knee back in, or, maybe I'm going to have a better chance of flipping them on the transition. Do you think there's something in training that you can do to help this, to stop me from sort of getting up so quickly?
Look, I mean, I think for a lot of people, clubs have even started trying to take this out of students' hands. Like they have advanced classes and fighter prep and fundamentals. So it's like a real gimme sign that when you go to training, it's like a beacon that's letting you know, hey guys, when I'm in this class, I'm here to beat dudes up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm here to go hard. They're the same attitude as me. They know how that we're supposed to be sparring. But also, there's going to be sessions where nobody knows. There's no rules. Nobody knows. So you can talk to your partner, or you can just mentally have training partners that and they know every time you go to spar, it's on.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? It's just an unwritten rule. It's on now.
What are your thoughts on positional sparring? So one sort of game or drill I really like to do when I'm teaching a class or a seminar is, what I'll have is, say we'll start in the guard position, and the game is if you pass, so if you score some points on me, or if I submit, or score some points on you, if I sweep or submit, then there's the winner of the game. You kind of reset. What I sometimes do then is I tell the guys, look, let's make sure we really scramble. There's no advantages here. Okay, advantage does not win the game. You need to score points. And I find that just by giving them that little bit of direction, maybe focusing the massive game of jiu-jitsu just down to a smaller area, I think that sort of brings it a little more to the front of their brains. Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, that's the whole point of specific training. I've heard of guys doing things like where they basically set their students last minute, whoever passes guard wins, or one person needs to submit, those kind of things to really bring out that tenacious, go hard, scramble. I think one of the benefits of doing it in technical sparring, like you're talking about there, is there's less ego if you're loose.
Yeah.
So it's more natural for everyone just to give it a shot and go hard.
Yeah.
People they'll play it safe as much. They give it a crack, because they've got nothing to lose. They can always, if they lose the game, it was a game I was playing, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so people are more likely to try new things.
To try things, go harder, express themselves a lot better.
Yeah, I find this as well, actually. It's one of the things I really like about that sort of technical or specific training. All right, guys, first episode done and dusted. Cheers, mate. Let's have a beer.
Cheers, buddy. See you guys.